let's swap a verse, and I can play ball in real life. So when they making fun, it never work. They think they offended me, I'm dodging that energy. I know who my friends are now, you currently dead to me. This shit gon' last a century, and every time they mention me, increase my life expectancy. Maybe this my destiny, loved and hated, then hated and loved. Never betrayed to be a thug, but know a couple who hold slugs. Ain't fighting Spider-Man, but everything I'm spitting venom. Had to look in the mirror and get my shit together, cause sometimes you think it's over, but it's only getting better. Yeah, good friends going with the wind, like Pac said. Legends never die, so we not dead. I'm a fresh white boy, you can call me a pothead. They can say I ain't got
Ramily. Welcome into week 6 already, and our Los Angeles Rams host the Arizona Cardinals. So quickly, if you're a bettor, this game is +7 for the Cardinals. So the Rams are big favorites in this one. They actually opened up as 4.5-point favorites. So we'll get into this preview, and I will end on what I think you should do. As always, make sure to subscribe, like, share. Ramily. Let's go. So I want to get into some numbers to start the show. Let's bring up the Rams leaders. So passing yards leaders, Matthew Stafford, 1,451 yards. I think he's 4th in the NFL in passing yards. Rushing yards, Kyren Williams, 298 yards. Solid season so far for Kyren. Puka Nacua leads the way at wide receiver with 572 receiving yards, second in the NFL behind Tyreek Hill, and 1 yard ahead of Justin Jefferson, who is on IR, so he has a comfortable lead there. Tackles, Ernest Jones, 53, coming off a big 15-tackle game this week versus the Eagles. And Akello Weatherspoon leads the secondary in interceptions with 2, just coming off another interception on the Philadelphia Eagles. Sack leaders, Aaron Donald, 2.5 sacks, 5 tackles for loss. Ernest Jones actually has 8 tackles for loss. Solid season for Jones there at linebacker. Byron Young, 2 sacks. So the rookie's doing his thing. He's definitely been a little bit more quiet on the sack side lately, but I think that for sure can pick up as he gets more adjusted to game speed. Some team stats. So the Rams are averaging 22 points per game, allowing 21 points per game. They've scored 112 points and allowed 108. So they're really pushing the limit on closeness here. 11 total touchdowns, allowed 10 touchdowns. 114 first downs. Third down efficiency, they are 31 of 71 for 43.6%. On fourth down, they're 6 for 8, 75%. Matthew Stafford is 124 of 203 with 5 passing touchdowns and 5 interceptions. He's been sacked 13 times on the year. The Rams have ran the ball 125 times of 341 total offensive plays. And we've fumbled twice, lost 0. That's always good. It's just the interceptions right now that are hurting us. On to our opponent, the Arizona Cardinals. Their passing leader is Joshua Dobbs, 980 yards. Rushing leader, James Conner, 364 yards. Receiving leader, Marquise Brown at 300 receiving yards. Tackles, Kaiser White, 47 tackles. And interceptions, Kayvon Wallace with 1 interception. Their leading sack guy is Dennis Gardeck at linebacker with 4. They also have 2 other linebackers, Victor Dimukeji, 2.5, and Zaven Collins, 2.5. So they got some guys getting some sacks. So Stafford's going to have to get the offensive line protecting them, and should be all right. So the Cardinals are averaging 21.6 points per game. They scored a total of 108 points and allowed 136 points. So they're in the negative, minus 28. 95 first downs, third down efficiency. They are 41.6%. 102. Dobbs is 102 for 155. Dave ran the ball 131 times of 295 total offensive plays. And since we're talking about the run game, James Conner is officially out of this one. So that's big news for us. Amari DeMarcotto will be their starting running back with Keontae Ingram also getting touches. Really don't know what's going to happen, but last week Amari did get 10 carries and he did score a touchdown with 45 rushing yards. He was their leading temp guy and did get their touchdown. So, and also they are without Buda Baker, who's still on IR. So this is definitely a team that the Rams should have no trouble with. The Rams are 11-2 versus them in the Sean Mcvay era. So good news there. It's going to be a great game for the Rams. The Rams have allowed a league low 23.5% of their drives fail to gain a first down or touchdown. The league average is 33.5%. Not good. Opponents are averaging a league high 6.7 plays per drive against Arizona. The Rams have scored a touchdown on 33.3% of their first half possession, 8th in the NFL. We start hot. The Rams have scored a touchdown on 10.3% of their second half possessions, 30th in the NFL. As I've mentioned, I'm sure as you've heard and seen, the Rams have struggled in the second half. Got to get that going, okay? Could easily be undefeated if we fix that, but we're 2-3. Arizona has allowed 50.9% of opponent drives to reach the red zone or score prior, 31st in the league. 38.4% of the passing plays against Arizona have resulted in a first down or touchdown, the second highest rate in the league. Matthew Stafford game. 34.7% of the Los Angeles Rams passing plays have resulted in a first down or touchdown, 6th in the league. Matthew Stafford game. 55.8% of the Arizona rushing yards have come on explosive carries, gains of 10 or more yards, 3rd in the league. James Conner is out. 18.1% of the Los Angeles Rams rushing yards have come on gains of 10 or more yards, the lowest rate in the league. We're lacking the explosiveness in the run game, but the Rams really aren't built on that. We are a pass-heavy team. That is what Sean McVay likes to do. All right, the injury report. I'm recording this Thursday morning, so this is Wednesday. Marquise Hollywood Brown, illness, did not practice. Elijah Higgins did not practice. Jalen Thomas did not practice. Keontae Ingram, limited. Jonathan Ledbetter, limited. Garrett Williams, limited. And Kevin Bencham, full. And Dennis Daly, full on the Arizona Cardinals side. On the Los Angeles Rams side, Kevin Dotson did not practice. Ernest Jones did not practice. Laryl Murchison did not practice. Joseph Noteboom did not practice. Christian Roseboom did not practice. Ben Skoranek limited. Now, of all these guys, I think Joseph Noteboom is the one that really has a chance to miss this game. Ernest Jones, Dotson should be all right. Brown is now out, defensive lineman, so we will need Murchison. He hasn't really played that great, but he's another body there. We're going to need it. So that's the injury report. Pretty good for us. Larry Jackson played. We'll need him out there. Kevin Dotson hopefully will play this game. I haven't heard anything, so I think he's good to go. Maybe just needed a day off. It was a Wednesday practice. Today, Thursday, will tell us more. And if you follow me on Twitter, X, at Shay tweeted that, I will share that information once it comes out on Thursday's injury report. So, the Rams and Cardinals, the Cardinals are one of the worst teams in football, but I will give them one thing. They have been fighting Still getting blown out against the Bengals, 49ers, but they keep it a little bit close throughout the game, and then the opposing team just goes away. That's what happens when you lack playmakers like the Cardinals do, an efficient quarterback who's fairly new to the system since they just picked him up about 9 weeks ago, Dobbs. So the Rams, McVay, we own the Cardinals. We've always owned them. Our division has seemed to go that way. 49ers beat the Rams beat the Cardinals. Seattle and Rams, we've beaten them, but it's been a little bit closer as of late. It's more of a split. Seattle, as of late, lost to 49ers, but there was a point when Russell Wilson was there where they were owning San Fran. So it's a division game nonetheless. So the Rams have to bring their A game. I think some keys to the game on the Rams side, as you heard me mention all of those numbers, we can pass on this team fairly easily. We have Matthew Stafford, 4th in the league in yards. We have Puka Nacua, number 2 in receiving yards. Cooper Kupp, one of the best, I believe the best wide receiver, who second half last week did look a little rusty with Stafford. I think they will start to gel more, and I think this is a get-right game as far as Cooper Kupp getting in the end zone. We'll have great success passing on the Cardinals. I think we will get Kyron Williams involved as well to set up the play action and just really take the pressure off Stafford. When you become too predictable, teams could just light you up and just bring the heat, which has happened to us quite a few times this year. A concern is our second halves. We just let up. Our offense just falls flat. I don't know what's really going on. Protection, scheme, play calling, everything in the second half looks so much different than it did in the first half. That's not good because second halves is usually what the Rams thrive on. Stafford's a fourth quarter comeback king, but he really has not been outside of that Colts game, which we allowed them to score 23 unanswered points. So that game should never even come to a comeback and winning it in overtime. Just another struggle the Rams have had in the second half. Our defense in the second half has stepped up. They're doing the best they can to give the offense the ball, holding the Eagles to 6 points last week in the second half. And your offense does nothing and scores 0, not even a field goal. You know, the Rams made mistakes not going for it on 4th down, punting it to the Eagles, who chew the clock better than any team in football, a la next to the 49ers. So we really need to get right. The Rams, in their defense on this schedule, at a 2-3 record, have had the hardest schedule in the league. We played 2 5-0 teams, a 3-1 team, a 3-2 team, and then a 2-3 team in the Bengals, who are the Bengals and who are the defending AFC championship game, I guess you could say attendees, because they play the Chiefs, so they were a Final Four team. So we played 3 of the best 4 teams of last year, and we're 2-3. So schedule gets a lot easier starting with this week. You get the Cardinals, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Green Bay. Dallas isn't easy, but they're looking a little off right now. So the Rams have to take advantage of this stretch, and it starts right here with Arizona. The spread's 7 points. The Rams should easily win by more than 7 points on paper. The game isn't played on paper, and Sean McVay's play calling has to improve. Now, on the Cardinals, what I'm looking for is to stop Hollywood Brown. That is their playmaker. They also have some kid Wilson at wide receiver. We got to stop them. We've done pretty well against wide receivers, only allowing 1 wide receiver touchdown this year. But where are we getting killed? Tight end. Tight end is killing the Rams. Dallas Goedert had a big game. The week prior, the Colts had 2 tight ends get in. So Zach Ertz is going to be someone we have to key in on. Trey McBride, their second-year tight end as well. I know they're going to see this, what the Rams have done, and try to attack us there. We're probably going to throw Kello Witherspoon on Wilson. He's more big. Darian Kendrick will probably be with Hollywood Brown a lot. He has to avoid those physical plays because they're leading to a lot of PIs. which are screwing us. And with no James Conner, he would have been someone I said would have been the top one to focus on here because they are top team in explosive runs. And that is a big part because James Conner, he's one of the better running backs in football. He runs hard. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, very physical, and he's very hard to, hold back. He's always moving forward. So that's a big loss for the Cardinals. And I think that's a big reason the spread went from 4.5 to 7 because he's their best offensive player. And that just makes life easier for the Rams. I think Aaron Donald, who's kind of going missing in some games, a lot of teams are taking him out. And that's a big part because we really don't have help. I've been preaching for edge. But O'Shawn Mathis last week was 10th in the league in pressure percentage of all edge rushers. Solid numbers for the rookie. I think he can continue to improve. He had some nice spin moves out there, trying to get to Jalen Hurts. It's not easy. He played the best offensive line in football and didn't look too bad, especially for a rookie. So I'm hopeful he can continue to improve. Michael Hoyt, I'm having some big issues with this guy in coverage. He's the worst person in the NFL. He's 310 pounds, so it's not his fault. I don't know why we don't got John Johnson out there more, but that's been so hard to watch week to week. Seeing Michael Hoyt out there in coverage, and you could see teams just look, the quarterbacks look, they audible, they're going to attack him. He's 310 pounds. Why is he covering these sub 200-pound wide receivers? It's just ridiculous to me. And it's something that the Rams really have to take serious and figure out. Kobe Durant, while he's been all right in coverage, I'm not going to say he's been good because I hyped this guy up. He still owes me some interceptions. His tackling is poor. Horrible tackling. He needs to improve there. Russ Yeast has been playing good. I think this game he definitely didn't play his best game. He missed some tackles. Jordan Fuller, he's been phenomenal. Duke Shelley needs to get more snaps. He had a big pass breakup on Devontae Smith last week. He looked good. And I'd like to see him out there more in some dime packages. So we'll have him and Durant on the inside. Send him on a blitz as well. I really need to see more of him. John Johnson III, I really don't know what happened to this guy. I guess he got paid in Cleveland and forgot how to play football, but he is not sniffing this football at all, the football field at all. A little bit of a concern there. Christian Roseboom, he is what he is. The Rams don't really need a star linebacker right now with Ernest Jones. We just need someone that could just be out there. I guess he's doing that job, but in coverage, he's another guy that's horrible. Reason a lot of these tight ends are killing us. But he's someone that we really can't do nothing with. I'd like to see Jack Hummel get more run. Troy Reader, no way. Stay off the field. We've seen enough of you in our Super Bowl run and prior, and thank you. We got a Super Bowl, but I'm all right there. Byron Young has big moments in games. He's doing really good. I'm super happy with his development. He has 2 sacks. I think this is a game here where he could take advantage of a weaker offensive line and throw us another sack along with Aaron Donald. As I mentioned, Bobby Brown, he is on IR. Big loss. I wonder if it came on the tush push because it came at the end of the game. So I wonder if that tush push really is leading to injuries. I know Jason Kelsey is going to defend that to his death and say it's not because it's such a crappy play, and I was so sick of it last week. Kobe Turner, Jonah Williams, balling. Jonah Williams, definitely a sleeper. He stepped up this year. He's earning his snaps. And Kobe Turner, rookie, impressing me in the run game. He's making some huge stops for us. So I'm happy overall with the defense. I think for how young they are and what we have with Michael Hoyt as such a disadvantage. It's not bad, but hopefully Mathis gets some more run. I'd like to see Trey Tomlinson as well. Offensive line last week, they had their moments, and then Jalen Carter just turned into an animal, even on double teams. Kevin Dotson's been a dog at stopping the run. He might start this week if Joseph Noteboom can't go again. Havenstein, can't say anything wrong about him. He's just such a solid vet for us. Coleman Shelton, he balled out. I like what he does for the Rams. I like him as our center. He's a big body guy. He really gives us that size versus these bigger defensive lines. Alaric Jackson, so happy to have him at left tackle. He's such a huge piece to our offensive line, so when he misses games, we definitely feel it. And Steve Avella, our second best rookie this year, behind Puka Nacua. Can't say anything wrong about him. A lot of people wondered how would Puka and Cooper Kupp play together. Well, they both smashed. They both did great. So, as I mentioned, the second half, the Rams just have to get it going. Matthew Stafford's been a little off at times with his accuracy in the second half, and it's hurt us. I know McVay has a lot of trust in Stafford, so this has got to be a get-right game for Stafford. 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. I do have the Rams winning this game 32-20, so a 12-point win. I hope for more points, but I'll stay at 32-20. Let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe, like, Ramsaholic. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. I'm out.
It's 4 a.m. in New Bedford, I'm getting my shit together. City just ain't safe, these kids down for whatever. Letting the lead fly, they flocking just like a feather. I couldn't stay there forever, career not getting better. I ain't no rapper, can't imagine not getting cheddar. They posting pics in they base models, not even leather. It's not even leather. It's 4 a.m. White.